I've actually wanted to do this for a long time. I mean, I've seen the billboards, I had seen different videos, and then one day it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm one of these casas that show up, and if there's a kid there, it's like, oh, who are you? Do you have a casa? Give me that kid. You know, I can take him, I'm going there anyway.
It's amazing that I can help someone who needs my help and help him in ways that neither one of us thought possible. I'm a mother of 2 sons, grandmother of 8. It's probably one of the main reasons I became a Kaya.
A lot of times they don't have anyone that they can really talk to that's on their side, and they feel that. You might be the only person that that child can talk to.
It's been so easy for the community to just, you make a bad decision just to throw you away, put you off to the side. But I feel we always have to give those people a second chance. No matter where they are, what they did, they have to get that second chance.
A typical visit would be me picking them up, and I usually would take them out to dinner.
Oh, I've taken them out to dinner, out to ice cream. We've played Play-Doh, played games.
We go for an ice cream, we just chat, talk about new things. We talk about past, we talk about what bothers him, we talk about his goals, what he wants to do in the future.
Bridging the gap, whatever that child, that person may be missing, whether it be a missing parent, problems in school, how just to cope with everyday life, and they'll still stay on track with education and just being a good person.
This child is really thinking about the future now. He's not thinking about what happened to him. He wants to change, and I get to be there and help him along with that.
It's a little strange at first. You don't know these people.
I mean, you know, you show up, I was nervous, I didn't know anybody, and you show up and this kid immediately is just like, hey, who are you and why are you here?
You get to know them after a little bit of time, and then slowly the bond starts growing.
Just showing up and seeing the kids smile, they hug you, they're happy to see you, and you know that you're the only consistent thing. Their DCS caseworkers change, their therapist changes, they might have visits with mom and dad, and then those get taken away, and then they can't see their mom and dad, you know, so a lot of things change during the course of the case.
So we have to meet them where they are at that time and try to build on it.
Any child, I don't care what age they are, needs to believe that they have a positive future ahead of them and that you're going to make mistakes along the way. And you know what? The mistakes you learn from.
Not only can I be there for them, but I can be there for them in court as well and speak up for them.
A lot of times the kids aren't there, but you're there for that kid. So even though the lawyers might have different opinions, you know, you go out there and you speak for that child and what you think is right.
I was like 15, 16. I don't really remember. I just remember it being like a really stressful time. I was like in and out of JDC, everything. I would get really mad and kind of like self-destructive. School put a lot of stress on me. I would just go like on a rampage. Looking back at it, it caused a lot more problems. At first I was like, ugh, it's just another program. But they actually like care and they help.
There were days that I was at my point where I was like, I give up, I'm done, I can't do this, and they helped me maintain my sobriety. My whole world had been turned upside down. I didn't have my children that I was used to every day, and I started doing visits here at the Army House. Nobody sets out thinking that they're going to be addicted to a substance. To be a good mom and to make mistakes and live with that is hard enough as it is. And to have people that are sitting there rooting for you and actually fighting for you is something that, I don't know, I owe them a lifetime of gratitude for.
My sister was not able to have children, and then by the grace of God, Aurora was born. She abused drugs in front of Aurora. They asked me if I would be willing to adopt Aurora, and I didn't even hesitate. I just said yes. When Norma would come over, she would bring all kinds of stuff for her and Aurora to do, and Aurora loved it. She was very passionate about Aurora, and that made a real big difference. She kind of became family. Norma was one of the greatest voices that we had in court. And if anyone is going to have a CASA, I just pray that they're like Norma. And I know that CASA needs more volunteers.
And they help like do things that interest like for you. I told her that I like to draw and everything, and she asked me if I needed like any paper. She got me the sketch pad and the chalk. If I'm like mad or sad or upset, like it just helps me like focus and like get my mind off of whatever's bothering me at the moment. I feel like I've grown so much, and the program like has helped me blossom a lot.
About a month or two into it, I really started building a relationship. Cheryl or Stephanie had just listened and just been there for me. Maybe I would have stayed sober, but to have a team that just rooted for you and fought for you and cared, it makes the difference. It made a big difference. I'm at 8 months of being clean now, and it's just a lot easier, so much easier.
It does a lot for your heart and soul. Makes you feel like you're giving back. If you have some time that you can give to change their life in one little way that could keep them moving forward in the right direction, go for it.
It's the best thing I've ever done.
For us to say we're too busy in our life or we can't do this, it's not the answer. We should be doing something more.
As long as you care and you have a heart, you're going to make a difference in that child's life.